This is what you call synergy. So I did a couple videos on this topic already. I did the one where Tucker Carlson interviewed this young lady named Chloe who had detransitioned. I did a video just a couple days ago, trans women versus conservative women. You should check both of these videos out. I wasn't looking for this, and here it is. Just popped up in my feed, and I'm like, okay, more confirmation. Now, before I get into it, make sure you're subscribed. If you're watching this, you should be subscribed. What are you waiting for? Hit the notification bell. Anytime I drop a video, you'll be notified. Of course, like the content and share it with everyone you know. More people need to know about this and be involved in the conversation. This is why I said you can't throw everybody that's within that community under the bus and say they're part of the problem. We have people that are speaking out about it. Let's take a listen.
But leave the kids alone. Good evening. No child is born in the wrong body. I am not oppressed. I am not silenced. I am a gay man. My name is Frank Rodriguez. Today I represent two families of mine within Redlands, as well as my own. I am here today because of two reasons. One is to protect children against the idea that they can in fact change their gender. This is because gender is rooted in your biology. However, gender expression is not. How you choose to express yourself is your own choice. Society should just simply be nice to everyone. However, lying and stating that a man in a dress is a woman is delusional by definition. Not only delusional, but this ideology is dangerous to children. Despite what you may want to believe, children are in fact taking chemicals to alter their bodies. That's not delusional, it's reality. Despite what you may want to believe, children are in fact getting gender-affirming surgeries. That is not delusional, that is reality. These children are starting a journey of judgment that you placed on them. By pushing kids to question their gender, question their sexuality, and question whether or not their parents are on their side. Therefore, the word predator is being used in the context of grooming, not because he or she is gay, but because the idea that gender is fluid, because in reality, it is not. It is a danger to children for the reasons that I stated above. Gays Against Groomers has educated the public on numerous occasions on what we stand for, and I will echo that here today. Gays Against Groomers is a coalition of gay people who do not stand for the sexualization, medicalization, or indoctrination of children. What adults do with their body is up to them, but leave the kids alone. Yes. The second reason I am here is that this board, especially Jenna, is lacking something that not long ago I was taught by my mentors. That's leadership. Leadership is not what we do, what the job we have, or even the position we are elected to. Leadership is who we are, how we behave, engage and learn, but most importantly, influence. Councilwoman Jenna Lowry, I respect the position that you hold. I do not respect you. For what you have done to your constituents here in Redlands, silencing people that disagree with you. Our constituents are our job description. When you silence them, you are no longer a leader, you are a dictator. I demand that tonight after this meeting, Jenna, you resign from this position.
First off,
Before I allow this person to continue, hats off and salutations to that man. He's 100% right. This is what people like myself say all the time. You become an adult. You want to have plastic surgery, put on some breasts, get a BBL, have FFS, which is facial feminization surgery. The BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. And you want to go out looking like this, I would say don't cut off your pipe though. That's just me. I don't think you should cut it off. Anyways, whatever. You want to go out looking like this person. You're an adult. You're allowed to make those decisions for yourself. Now, me personally, I happen to think, what's his name? Thor. Chris Hemsworth, right? That's a good looking guy. It's a handsome guy. Think if we're going after the same girl, he might have a slight advantage. Slight. Well, he's wealthy, so. Anyways. But yeah, you want to be like this, then listen, it is what it is. But as a child, to tell you, listen, yeah, this is the way to go. Yeah, you should go on hormone blockers, cut off your breasts, cut off your junk, whichever one it is, and, proceed your life in the other gender. What about when you get a little bit older and then you start having regrets? What about if you change your mind? You know how kids are when they're young.
There are only two genders. Sex and gender are synonyms.
What?
Sex is immutable and binary. People with disorders in sexual development, or intersex people, are not a shield for your perversion. These are fundamental biological facts. You can call it bigoted or fascist or violent, but it's a universal truth. Our school system should be in service to the truth. Schools are not a place for you to practice pseudoscientific ideology. Affluent parents can homeschool, but disadvantaged kids are forcibly sucked into the gender cult in public school. Most parents are none the wiser because the institutions in this community endorse grooming online chat rooms like the Trevor Project, which encourages a lack of parental consent. But what happens in the best case scenario, say the child is supported by her parents. Is transition the right solution? If a transgender child exists, I was one of them. I am a former trans kid. I was born female, but at the age of 12, social media influenced me into believing I was a boy, and I began my social transition by cutting my hair short and wearing clothing from the boys' department. When I came out, I was met with love and support from my family, but my mom and dad were unsure of what to do, so they confided in a team of medical professionals. My therapists and physicians decided it would be best to immediately affirm my identity and allow me to medically transition rather than letting me be a kid and explore without mutilation and sterilization. My parents and I were never told about the high desistance rate among children who identify as the opposite sex. Just several months after I was diagnosed with dysphoria, I was put on blockers and testosterone. I was 13. My body was mutilated by an ideological cult before my 16th birthday. I looked like any other boy my age, and I genuinely believed myself to be one. I would never have guessed I was wrong until I had surgery and I was faced with reality. I realized that deep down I was always going to be a woman and I wanted to be a mother, but the ability to breastfeed my future children was cut off at 15 years old. And on top of that, I've experienced complications from the blockers, testosterone, and surgery that will go on to affect my reproductive and overall health and my sexual function as an adult. My breasts are gone forever, and what is left is unhealed grafts and massive scars. That's only a fraction of what you promote. Redlands, as a community, needs to stop embracing harmful ideology and cult-like mentality that leads to children getting hurt. The $11 million you paid to the 7 middle schoolers sexually assaulted by your teacher could have gone to better your community. Instead, you've enabled this reprehensible behavior by sexualizing your schools. You paid a large monetary price, but I promise that the children have and will continue to pay a much higher price. I know this myself. I know I.
There you have it, folks. As I said, it should be a non-issue, but it is a pretty big one. And it's getting more pervasive and progressively worse, which is why I keep on addressing it. Once you get to be an adult, you should be allowed to do whatever you want to do. You want to live your life like this? A pretty man, a beautiful man, transition? Why not? As a child, though, we all did dumb things when we were kids. Got a little bit older and then regretted it. That's just life. This, though, is a much bigger gamble. This woman here is proof of that. Tell me what you think in the comment section. This is an issue. It is. Might not be an issue that you have to deal with personally, but it is an issue nonetheless in the US, a growing one. I showed you the video of the trans people that Biden has invited over to the White House, so He has given his full support. But this community, Gays Against Groomers, which is kind of weird because the acronym is GAG, which is like, but I guess they could call it G.A.T.S.O.C. Gays Against the Sexualization of Children. G.A.T.S.O.C. Yeah, sounds sick. But anyways, what say you? I say good for them. Good for them. Stand up, speak the truth. And you have my support. Anyways, that's my time. I'm out.